Somewhere deep within the walls, a scream echoed. Not a loud scream, but the kind wrung out slowly from a person who has already understood there will be no mercy. There is a place beneath Kremlash where even the calendar is afraid to move. A place where seasons come to die. They call it deep winter. No map shows it. Maps only reveal places someone might foolishly choose to visit. And no one ever chooses deep winter. Its borders are drawn instead by rumors, by missing names, by letters that left home but never reached any hands. The road begins like all cursed roads do. A truck with iron ribs, the smell of old sweat and forgotten lives, a dark stain on the floor, drying into the shape of a warning. 20 men packed in silence, chained together by the crimes, others chiseled into their fates. Among them sat the one who had broken the greatest law in Kremlash. He had lifted his face to the sky and spoken the truth. The sky does not belong to the king. It belongs to anyone still brave enough to look up. Once, long ago, he had been named Bogdan. But names are fragile in Kremlash. They snap easily under boots. In the files, the scribes had replaced his with sharper words. Extremist, agitator, enemy. Words sharpened on the bones and hate. The Mraziks driving the truck didn't bother with meanings. Meanings were for people. Mraziks preferred commands. And they followed them the way wolves follow the scent of blood. From far away, a Mrazik might pass for human. That was the kingdom's favorite trick. But up close, you could see the frost blooming beneath their skin, the eyes empty of reflection, the fingers twitching whenever anyone dared to think. The longer one served the king of Kremlash, the colder they grew, until the frost reached the heart. And those who remained too long in deep winter did not remain Mraziks at all. They shed the last of their humanity like an old scab and became Zmoriks, creatures shaped from obedience, cruelty, and permafrost. Or they simply vanished as if the darkness had swallowed them whole. But that part of the tale lies ahead. For now, it was only Bogdan, iron digging into his wrists, breath turning to mist in the frozen dark, as the truck rattled across the bleak distance between disappeared and forgotten. No one spoke. In Kremlash, speech is a door and doors only open to let more suffering in. When the truck finally stopped, the metal door shrieked open like something wounded. Light struck them, not daylight, but the sickly lash of institutional glare, the color of thawed corpse snow and remembered terror. Men were pulled out like sacks of grain. "Name?" a clerk asked without lifting his eyes. He perched at a tall desk made of fresh paper and old bones. Only one of those was metaphorical. "Bogdan," he answered. The clerk frowned, as if the syllables personally offended him. He slammed down his stamp, red and final. Prisoner does not choose his own name. He wrote a number. Then, with the sort of small cruelty Kremlash fed its servants, he dipped his pen again and added a nickname in a poisonous shade of red. Bandera. The Mraziks laughed. Their laughter was thin and dry, like stones clicking together at the bottom of a grave. Bogdan was dragged down a corridor that seemed to breathe frost. Somewhere deep within the walls, a scream echoed. Not a loud scream, but the kind wrung out slowly from a person who has already understood there will be no mercy. "It doesn't last," one Mrazik said casually, as though predicting tomorrow's weather. "The screaming, the body gets tired of hope. Eventually it shuts up." They stopped before a heavy iron door marked with a small black sun, a sun that had long forgotten how to shine. The guard smirked. "Welcome to deep winter." The door opened, and the year ended.